I've been with Toyota 18 years, and I think I've had the opportunity to look at how some of the partnerships were originally formed, but also perhaps how they developed and matured during that time. So, the theme really is prosperity through partnership. I think probably first of all, we'll explain a little bit about our approach towards partners, and really I think we see very much the balance. So clearly from a company point of view, we want to grow and prosper. In order to do that, we have to achieve our objectives. But also, we want our partners, and I'll come on later to explain what I mean by that, but we want our partners to grow and prosper as well. We think in the long term, both are necessary. Obviously, it's possible in the short term for the company to prosper at the expense of other stakeholders, shall we say. We think for true long-term growth, mutual prosperity is necessary. And that, how to achieve that comes through our partners doing us very well and vice versa. I'll explain a little bit about company background and then talk a bit more about partnership. We can focus on three main areas: environment, people, and the community. Just a brief introduction as far as Toyota. Hopefully most of you have heard of it, but as far as Toyota in Europe, we now have some 8 manufacturing plants across Europe. We employ around 50,000 people in Europe, and generally this comes as a consequence of our direction to try and produce close to the market. So around 2/3 of cars sold in Europe are made in Europe by Europeans. I think from an investment point of view, I think the sort of significance of this is that each time we chose to invest in a particular plant, it looks very neat and planned, but actually each of those is a result of individual decisions, and literally a piece of paper somewhere that says these are the options, why UK, or why Europe, why UK, why Burton, and so on. So I think probably the reflection point for those involved in local government is how to influence some of those different decisions at the time that they're being made. We look at UK specifically. We have 2 plants. The biggest is roughly 30 minutes from here at Burton, where we employ over 4,000 people, and then an engine plant in North Wales. So both of those are run as one company, based on the same philosophy. Some of you in the room are very much involved in the original decision to come here. I think the other comments, clearly from a Toyota point of view, when we go into a new area and make any business decision, there is a lot of hard facts and things that need to be studied. And I can't emphasise enough, it's also some of the sort of softer side and feeling and welcoming attitude. Certainly that came from very strongly in terms of the venture into the UK. But at the end of the day, quite often what tips the balance is, does this look a friendly place? Does this look like people we can trust and can do business with? So again, there's a huge role for the local community, and obviously led by local community leaders, to ensure that really you've got maximum leverage, if you like, from the resources or the capital. Just to give you some idea of scale, so at full capacity, we can produce a car around every 45 seconds, and we're making more than 1,000 cars a day. At Thursday, we have full vehicle manufacturing facilities, so we bring in all coils of steel, wires, press them, weld them together, through paint shop, we have our own plastic shop, we make instrument panels, optics, etc. And through it is assembly and quality assurance. And although we make 2 main models in latest scenarios, actually 170 different variations, and around 30,000 parts going to each vehicle, and we rely on around 260 UK and European suppliers. So clearly the impact of our kind of operation is not just directly, but indirectly through the supplier network. These are again, when we make a full engine, various casting, assembly, and QA. Around 85% of what we produce is exported. If we look at production, I've left off 2008 in the two scale at this point. So far, we've basically seen steady growth, although interestingly, in 2001, we also experienced some quite significant actually for better and worse, and we need to make sure that the partnership reflects the current situation. If we look more specifically, the UK market is not the worst market at the moment, but this gives you some idea of the rapid decline. I think it's fair to say that really the true test of partnership perhaps comes in these kinds of environments rather than when everything is rosy. And actually, right at the start, I was asked who works for a not-for-profit organisation. I wasn't sure whether I should put my hand up at this stage. Clearly, this is the condition for their work. So we've seen various volume reduction progressively through the year. We're currently working on one shift for our hours line, and we're around 300 surplus people currently. And again, what we're able to do, what's appropriate with partners, obviously, differs in this kind of situation. Good news, we're currently launching our next generation of events. We have our ceremony later on this week. And this will be completing the D segment. So, moving on to partnerships, there's a whole range of partners. I don't want to go through every single detail today. I particularly want to focus on environment, people, and community, although the general philosophy of long-term mutual success applies equally to it. Throughout this, again, our approach is based on total weight, and clearly this isn't necessarily the same for every company or Japanese company, but total weight based on continuous improvement and respect for people. Again, that idea of almost continuing to develop partnerships are aimed to continue to improve, whether it's ourselves, whether it's our suppliers, it's something we work very strongly at. I think it's fair to say that in my previous life I worked for a company in the motor industry that perhaps did take a partnership approach, and it was a lot easier actually operating in a Muslim-led